Okay, we are going to be talking about your GNS gardens for caring for them, getting products from them, seeding, and tools, and some tricks. So first we're going to talk about your sickle. It is a tool for caring for your garden. You do not need this to care for your garden, but if you have one, it does increase your chance. Now, your regular sickle will not work for too long. I don't remember how long it will. And then you have a master sickle you can make, and you make both of those in your forging equipment, and that will be for a different video. This tool is called an ancient sickle, and show you the spelling. Right here, that is from the black market. You can buy these pretty cheaply, and these will last you for a very long time. And to check percentages, you can just click the tool and it'll show you the percentage. I've used this for a couple of months now for a good sized garden. So these are your new fields, and let me highlight one. Get a general field 3.0. You'll notice that it says needs seeds. So what I'm going to do is res out some Bozzy tea seeds, and then I'm going to left click on the field. It will take the seeds. It is now loading. You want to do English. And you'll notice I also have a barrel of water, and it will take the water automatically. I do suggest you get some type of res system. These are aftermarket items where, and I'll zoom underneath the ground, where it will res barrels of water. This has nothing to do with GNS items. It is an aftermarket item. There's different ones out there. I've heard of people using the DFS systems for it. And there's also actual scripts for it too that you can load them up with. And there's an old system, but I don't think it's out for sale anymore. That's what we use. Okay, process 0%. So I'm going to left click on the field. You see where it says care? I'm going to left click care. You'll see an open chat. Care success. This is something I do for myself to let me know to come back to it. Now, after you care for it, you'll notice I can care for it 2 more times, but there's no care button. It takes a roughly 30 seconds for it to come back, so you can sit here and wait for it, or you can do other cycles. Now, you see where it says cycle 1. It means after I harvest this field, that'll be the last time. I can only get 1 harvest from it. So, let's go ahead and come over to here. You see where it says cycle unlimited? That means no matter what, I can constantly keep getting fields from this. Now, well, I'm going to show y'all. I have 3 fields here. Instead of left clicking and hit care, I'm going to left click on 1, 2, 3. 3 submenus come up. I'm going to hit care, 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 and they'll all care for the same time. Now it makes it faster and easier, but sometimes it will say failure. If you get a failure, it'll be on all of them. If you get success, it'll be on all. With the tool, it makes it easier. Now, to take the crops on the 3.0s, sorry, brain's going blank, my dog's whining. You're going to res out 3 baskets, and I'm actually going to do 2 baskets and show you what happens. So On the first one, you'll notice it says process 300%. It won't go any higher than 300%. But when you do it, you'll hit take crop, and you see where it says fill container? We're going to hit fill container. And I get 3 crops, which is 30 sulls. Now, if I left click and hit take crop, but normal on 300%, it only gives you 10. You lose 2/3 of what you would have gotten. So you always want to do baskets. Now all baskets are the same. It doesn't matter what mod you do. So we're going to left click, take the crop, fill container. And when you do this, your fields for care will be at 0 again. So we're going to click all 3 crops and we're going to do care, care, care. Now on these are aftermarket called splicing of crops. You'll notice they'll be on the old fields. This is the old grain fields. And all you have to do is left click, get grain. And I do suggest if you find these are usually dirt cheap to get. They don't require using water or care. They're easy to load up in your dispensers for your animals. This is all we use is the sack grains for the animals, nothing else. G&S does not give any help for any spliced items, whether you bought it that way and didn't know or you spliced it yourself. But if you do splicing yourself, the trick is make sure your name and the description is the same as your plant. I do the same thing with my colonna trees, which I'll show you very soon. Matter of fact, here's one of the colonna trees. So another grain, we'll get grain. And you only get 1 harvest from these. These are the new grain fields of 3.0. We're going to do baskets and you'll get 3 from them. This is a aftermarket colonna tree. I'm going to left click it. You'll notice it has nothing in here for carrying. So, let me, oh, I'm probably too close. Now, to do the carrying for your colonna trees, you're going to hit this arrow, back page, care field. And you'll notice in open chat, you did it. You can care for it twice. You'll left click, you'll see care 2. Now if you're close to another colonna tree like this and it's a bit too close, your points will most likely go to the other colonna tree. Now once the other colonna tree hits 2, when you keep carrying, it'll transfer over. See how the water just respond? So we've got, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 7, 2, 4, 6, 7. So to do this a little bit faster, we're going to go to baskets if I have enough. Kind of lost count. But we'll just put them all out. We can always get the extras. Okay, so before you want to get your plants, you do want to make sure your care is maxed out. Now remember, your fields have invisible items on them, so you want to get a good overhead view, and you'll want to do your quick care. 2, 3. And you don't want to move until it says success or fail. I've noticed if I move before, my failure rate, it goes up quite a bit. And you'll notice your energy goes down. To get your energy to go back up, you'll eat food. I don't think I have any food with me. Usually I will carry a dispenser of food with me. So, see how I failed? Now, once your percentage hits usually about 60 and under, your fill rate usually goes up. Now, I have 3 old grain fields here, but they're all linked together. I'm just going to click one and hit get grain. 1. Interesting. Usually gives you all of them at the same time. Okay, there it goes. Oh, that was, okay, that would give me that one. Getting confused. What I like to do is make a work folder in my GNS folder, so if I do crash, not all my stuff is in objects, trying to figure out where stuff is. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, so notice everything's in 300. I like to keep all my fields at the same, so I can do my carrying and my collecting all at the same time. It speeds things up. Take crop, fill container, fill container. And remember, your cycles are unlimited on your grain, your potato, your potato sauce, your grain sauce, rice, tomatoes. I think that's it. And I'll go over your what you can grow in the grain in the fields and where. Okay, so what's that? 4, 5. Now, once you've hit take the crop, if you messed up and you close it, and I'll show you what, when we get back to it, it will still say take crop. So you want to be careful when you click items. See, it still says the same thing. So if you mess up, you will eventually have to come back to it and actually take the crop. If you are at like 250%, you'll only get 200%. It always rounds down. Okay, now for your seeds, you get all your seeds from GNS. So, for anyone who has the HUD or the television, the HUD is free, and it is on my marketplace, Pick and Play. I will look for the link. But if you scroll down, this is the tab where it says Miscraft. Scroll down, grains to grow and help. It has your grandeur rice, sauce, tomato, bozzy tea, sugar cane for your 3.0 fields. It also will tell you where to get them. You have your Kalana and Kalana trees. You also have a link that will take you to the Kalana page. I'll show you that very soon. Same thing for your Larma trees. I will show you the Larma and the cocoa trees and how those are set up. Your rents, I will take you to the rents and show you the caring for those. The rents is like your Kalanas for caring. And there's percentages for those as well. Your black wine, I cannot show you this. You do care for them, but I think they care for like the 3.0. I can't really remember. But on your black wine, when you buy your black wine tree, you usually get, I think, 3 to 4 harvests from it. And then after that, it's done. It's not a plant you buy and get to keep. It's a one-time, no, it's a several-use tree, and then it's gone forever. On your Kalana trees, I got process 76. So, I think these are one of my new ones, but they, let me just go to the page. I'm trying to go off of memory. I'm not really good with memory. So, on your Kalana trees, they have stages to them. And you can get different level Kalanas from 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. When your trees hit your levels, these are the percentages of what you can get from your tree. Now, we have quite a few Kalana trees, and we just recently switched them all over. I'm not a huge fan of how they look, but all of our Kalana trees have been switched over and we have them spread out. But we have, I think, probably about 15 to 20 Kalana trees, and we are carrying just about all the way up. And we only gotten one level 5 Kalana and several 4 and a lot of 3s. But getting a level 5 Kalana is extremely difficult. I'm going to the cocoa trees right now. Now, your cocoa trees and your Kalana trees, they're a little bit more trickier. They get a lot of people. On the cocoa trees, these are your crops. Now, a lot of people think, well, if you want to get, max crop, you get it to level 100. These don't do that. 66 to 76 is your highest to get a level 3. And you'll left click, and your care cycles are 4. You just hit care. Care success. And where it says cycle 36. So this probably has, I think, probably 2 days until it can get this. But if you get it at any of these here, this is what the crops you will get. Another tell is your actual pods. When these get to like an orangish color, That's usually right before they hit 66. And something I like to do for like a reminder kind of thing, I got these signs. These are also free. Let me see if I can find where it is in here for people who want it. Mixed craft. Okay, so see where it says cocoa? Just hit the marketplace. It'll actually bring it to you. You'll notice it's free. You'll hit buy, and you'll get the sign for the cocoa and the colonna, and you'll actually get this HUD that has all this in it. This is the home button for the HUD. You just left click it, and it'll take you back. Let me go and oh, the other thing, I found this out through a friend. On your cocoa trees and your llama trees and your rents and your trees you cut down, if you pick them up and you don't put them back down, all 4 of those plants will die. It doesn't say it on the product when you buy it, but do not leave them in your inventory or they'll die. On the rents, I don't know how many days. On the other items, they say it's 4 days. Your your cocoa trees and your llama trees will live forever, as long as they're out. You don't have to care for them. You can just kind of leave them alone. They'll be fine. You won't get anything from them. But I would not suggest you pick them up and leave them in your inventory for storage. This is your llama tree. And as the texture comes in, I'll show you the caring for these. Cares for, we'll just hit care. Show you what the tree looks like. Oops. Now, when these get ready for harvest or close to it, these get really nice pink flowers on it. They're actually kind of pretty. Their new trees do look a lot better versus the old colonna trees, including the ones that you can cut down. And again, I'm going to show you the care for it one more time. And for the trees that you cut down, you'll need an axe to cut these. Bigger they get, or the higher the percentage they go, higher the numbers. You can tell I've not cut mine down for a while. And what you'll do is when you get ready to cut, you'll left click and you will hit fell. Now, it will also tell you the phase of your tree. Now, if you don't know anything about your trees, just go to the HUD, go to GS Cooking, and we will go to Woodworking, and you'll have your logs here. Large, extra large. You'll get 4 of your extra large planks, and then what you can get from your planks. And I think to get extra large, I think they have to be 300 or 500. I'm going off of memory. I can't remember. I will add that to the HUD though. I will find that out. But to cut it down, you'll need an axe. You'll hit fell, and then your circle will turn with a seat chair. And I'll go ahead and show it to y'all. I was not planning on this, but I'll go ahead and show it. And it's the same thing with your axes. You have a regular axe, a master axe, and an ancient axe. Anything that says ancient in it will be from black market. And there's info on the black market on the HUD for people who don't know what it is. It's always good to turn your AO off on anything you sit on for the animations. You'll just left click and you'll see a percentage come up. You'll see your stamina go down, and you see it says fell 0/4. That means this is going to hit 100. It'll go to 1. It'll do that 4 times. We go ahead and get some food. And when you res, especially on anything that's mesh, it is very good to create a prim so you know what you're resing on. This is a aftermarket dispenser for GNS food. I like to do matched little theme sets. Now, a trick with the logs that I think I figured out. I've tried getting help on this before. Now, the owner of GNS usually gets back with most people. I don't think he ever got back to me because I don't think he could read what I was asking. But a lot of the times for the first month when I was getting my logs, half my logs would res out and then disappear. And I never got help on it. But what I've noticed is if I res them out, let them fall, and leave them out for a good period of time before I pick them up, then they would stop disappearing on me. So once you cut the tree, I will show you what it gives you, but it'll turn into a log, it'll fall over, it will stay in a physics form, and then after it goes out of physics form, it's usually good to pick up, but I like to wait until I cut everything down and do that, and then come back to it just to be on the safe side. I ended up, I think we bought 10 trees, and I'd buy maybe 1 or 2 trees will do it for you. It's surprisingly how long the wood will last you depending on how much you're wanting to build. You'll notice your percentages also change each time you cut. Better percentages, more energy you'll have. That's with almost anything that you do. You'll notice it says res me, so hit accept. When it says anything item that you get that says res me, you want to res out immediately. And then if you res it out and it's not on something solid and doesn't show up, you can hit redeliver and it will redeliver this to you. And then once it does res out, you'll hit activate. I like the sounds effects of when it drops. Now you'll notice when it turns into a log, the tree will cut down, but also gets much smaller. And you'll notice the land impact has dropped by 8. And this will start back at 0, which will tell you. Now you'll notice if you put your cursor over the log, you'll get the arrow. It's usually not arrow. It's usually a hand for physics. Let me go ahead and show it to you. I did not do that. Usually this stays in physics mode for a while. Once it goes out, let it sit for a little bit of time. Otherwise you have a chance of it just completely disappearing on you. Now we are going to go to the grape fields and show you those. Now I'm only going to show you the 3.0, which is the new grape fields versus the old ones. The old ones is just like your old grain fields that I showed you. Nothing special. You don't have to care or water the old grape ones, but you can't get any nice wines from them. You just get your regular old wines. Now, there's a whole video on... Damn it. Sorry, I accidentally teleported. There's a whole video on the new grapevines and how you get the flavors and all that. So I'm not going to show you. I'm just showing you your caring cycles. So you're going to left click and hit care, just like your normal fields, and it will show you fail or success. We got success. And again, when they get to 300%, before you ever harvest, you want to make sure your carrying is full. And you can also do the trick with these too that I showed y'all earlier. So 1, 2, 3, care, care, care. Now I'll turn the lights on to let me know to go back to these. And it's that simple. That is it for caring for plants. Oh, I have rents to show y'all. So, I don't know the landmark to my rents place. I always travel by Stargate. Sorry for the textures not loading in. I cleared caches. I'd probably say about 4 days ago, and I have not been caring for my own fields. I've been caring for these for about 6 months, and then I think we've gotten 1 or 2 level 3 from these, and I kind of just given up on it because every time I need one I had to go out and buy one because it's just don't put out. If you're doing this to get your papyrus to study, truthfully I would not buy rinse plants for your papyrus. If you're planning on just doing it for cooking, I would definitely buy 1 or 2 rinse plants, but getting papyrus from them is not worth it. So these are our rinse level 1s because, like I said, I have not cared for them in quite a bit. This is about probably 4 or 5 days worth of not caring. And they went from level 3 back to nothing that fast. So if you don't have time to care for them. Now, mine are very close together. I got about 5 of them here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Multiplied by 2 will be 10. Now, I just cared for it once. You'll notice it's not there. It probably went to this one or the one over here. So, we're going to care for these 10 times. close all these. And remember, you'll notice how fast my stamina is going down on these. I've also lost count. So we'll eat a bit. See, 2. Once they hit 2, I always like to max out my points before I get my rinse from them. And the reason why I always drag over is when I do stuff, I have multiple windows coming up. I don't want to think I'm clicking this, something else comes up and I click the wrong thing. Normally I wait, but it is not doing that. Sometimes I've noticed that I'll have maybe 1 or 2 rinse that won't take a care, but after I get the rinse from it, the care is maxed out. I don't know if it's lag from the sim or if it's the plant itself. I have no idea. But let's do a test to see if any of these actually did it. So none of these actually did that. And normally you want to max these out on your carrying and everything. But like I said, for us, it's just not worth it anymore. We'd get, I think we'd get maybe 10% level 2 out of these. Once these are maxed out, it'd be like 10% to actually get a level 2 rinse from it. It was uncommon, and getting a level 3 was just rare. And we've asked, and they gave us the percentages for these, but they're not what they say they are. So you can deal. Getting a level 3 rinse or paperus is usually, you can usually get it around 35 to 40 land impact. They can get, not land impact, linden. They can go up from that, but you can shop around usually at co-op, and landmarks are in here for co-op and the auction places for GNS and the actual Guardian place. In my opinion, I would only buy these in the future, your papers for studying versus the actual rinse. Rinse is good to have, at least 1 to 2 for cooking. And remember, when you set these up, they don't have to be in the water per se, but they do have to be at this altitude to work. The water level, the water level's right here. So whether they're actually in the water or not, they have to read off that altitude. And that is it. If there's anything else y'all think I should have added, please make a comment on the YouTube video or let me know, and I can always do an add-on for the YouTube video. Thank you for watching, and I hope this answered a lot of people's questions.